What's good, everybody? I'm Dokkan here, back with another Sparking Zero video, and today we've got some very exciting news, as we always do with Sparking Zero. The official site of Bandai Namco has actually given us kind of an insight into quite a bit regarding characters in the game. Stuff like the types of the characters, unique stuff that characters are going to be wearing and stuff like that, and even in-game mechanics and all of the good stuff. Before we get into all of this, go down there, leave a like and subscribe to support your boy, and let's get into this right here. Before we get into this extensive stuff that they have actually given us, I am going to go into this other tab right here. Another new thing that they have given us on the Sparking Zero official website. We have all the fighters right here. We have the full roster, every single one of 181 playable characters right now. I don't think Daima Goku is in this roster for now, because he isn't actually playable in the game right now, right? As you can see, this is all the Gokus right here, and there is no Daima Goku. This is Teen Goku, and they have given us the character models and everything like that. I've just pulled up a couple of these right here, just so we can take a little bit of a look at it first. We've got Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who's looking absolutely amazing right here, man. He is gonna be my main in the game. Then we've got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Most of the models look absolutely insanely good, right? Super Vegito, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and we've got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right here. The only thing I have with these models, these are my 5 mains, by the way. That's why I have them pulled up like this. The only thing that I don't really like too much right here is Gohan's head seems a little too big. I don't know, his forehead seems very goddamn big. I don't remember if that was the way it looked like in the actual series, but yeah, that's the only thing I have with this. It's still not really a too noticeable aspect when I am going to be playing with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm going to have the link to this website, of course, down below in the description for anyone who wants to go out and check out their favorite characters. Let me know who your favorite character is, who your favorite model is, of course, down below in the comments. Just spread the hype with everyone down there, just have discussions. You already know, I just love to read you guys' comments about the game. But let's just go back into this right here. Very important stuff. We're gonna be looking at types of characters, a unique look of characters, and special maneuvers that you can use in the game. Starting out with types of characters right here, you can enjoy different play styles depending on the strength and fighting habits of characters in the original series. So we've got some lore accurate stuff right here. This is just, I don't think they've ever done something like this. I mean, the thing I remember mostly is having a Goku fighting style item, right? In Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, it would actually give you a Goku stats and stuff like that. It's just stuff related to what Goku did in the series and shit like that. But anyway, we're gonna go into strength characters. These characters base most of their gameplay around their heavy strike and powerful blast. Although they might be slower, their raw power will compensate, as they will deal high damage to their opponent, and that is very good. We have different types of characters. Someone like full power Jiren, for example, is not gonna be as fast as a speed type character. Let's just say Dispo, for example. I mean, look, I'm pretty sure Jiren is faster than Dispo in his full power state in the actual anime, but that's kind of their way of giving uniqueness to these characters. Dispo is gonna be a more vanish type character. He's gonna be very fast, while Jiren is gonna be able to do a lot of damage to you with his punches and ki blasts. And let's just keep on going here. Some of these characters are so strength oriented that some may not even stagger from ki blasts and smash attacks. So this is something that I remember from Broly, for example, in BT3. Your ki blasts do not actually stagger Broly. I don't think any ki blasts in the game actually stagger Broly, which is actually insane. And full power Jiren is probably gonna have that as well. These characters can have 2 types of specializations, melee and blast. So let's just say, let's say Super Vegeta is a strength character. With his final flash, he's probably gonna have a specialization of blast, right? His blasts are gonna do insane damage. Maybe every Vegeta character is gonna be like that, right? The first one will enhance the damage dealt with rush combos and close combat. The second implies that the character can rely on blast attacks and ki blasts to inflict damage. And we immediately go right here into the next section, which is the speed type characters. As I was saying, on the opposite end, some characters base their attack strategy on their swiftness, which they used for long-lasting assaults, which are very hard to interrupt. This is interesting to me because this means that, are you gonna have more combo strings? Are your combo strings gonna be longer with speed type characters? That is a very interesting thing to look on when the game actually releases, right? Even some of their strikes are lighter, your opponent will have trouble trying to catch you as you move quickly all over the map and deliver combos with stunning speed. So someone like Berter, for example, if you remember back in BT3, Berter was like one of the fastest characters when it came to like combos and everything. Same thing with Kid Buu, like their combos were absolutely insanely fast. Same thing with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well. Escaping from rush combos of characters that rely on speed will be tougher for the opponent compared to characters not fitting this category. As I was saying, yeah, like their step-ins are gonna be way faster, their normal rush combos are gonna be way faster as well, so it's gonna be a little like tricky for you to actually time your vanishes on like the heavy attacks and everything like that, right? We're gonna go into the next thing here, which is Ki Blast, and I mean, of course they're showing off Vegeta, bro. That's Vegeta's technique right there. Look at him. He knows that better than anyone in the series. So there are some characters who are masters of Ki Blast, excelling in a fighting style that they can maintain control while keeping the opponent at a distance. So they're bitches. They do not want these hands, bro. They want to stay back and they want to be bitches. They have the ability to fire multiple consecutive energy blasts while consuming the minimal amount of energy. Okay, Vegeta is a good example who is known for his powerful and rapid Ki Blast attacks, for his own techniques, of course. Other characters include Goku, who can unleash the iconic Kamehameha, and Frieza, who possesses the precise Death Beam. Very cool stuff right here. I mean, it doesn't really say too much. I'm guessing their Ki Blasts are just gonna do a little more damage, and they are gonna be able to unleash way more Ki Blasts than someone from the strength category is gonna be able to actually unleash, right? A very, very interesting thing as well, of course, right here. And we've got giant enemies, which is probably one of the most annoying enemies to go up against in these Tenkaichi games. Given their impressive size, these characters are much slower than others. I mean, we already know this. Giants are like the slowest characters in the game, but they do a lot of damage that will stagger and send your opponent to fly away. The one more thing with giants, I don't know if they actually say it right here, but the thing is, you can see Goku right there, and you cannot hit giants with like melee blasts. Melee blasts with like melee attacks. Let's say you cannot hit giants with like the meteor crash or the meteor combination. There are a couple of characters that can hit giants. For example, like the Dragon Fist can actually hit giants if you're a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because he already did that on Hirudegarn, right? So that makes sense. On top of that, they are known to throw and some blast attacks as well. When they say blast attacks, they mean like the actual super attacks. That's what they call. The super attack is called Blast 1 and Blast 2, I think. You've got two super attacks, and then you've got like the utility stuff that you can do with Circle. But the super attacks that you can do with Triangle are blasts. That's what they call those. You can take advantage of their overwhelming presence on the map to hit your opponent with a wider hit range. Of course, hitboxes are going to be massive. Their impressive size and power come at the expense of sometimes having trouble hitting smaller opponents, which may evade their assault more easily. So someone like maybe, I don't know, Chaozu, or I don't know if we have the Little Garlic Jr. I think we only have his actual transformation. I don't remember. I think we do have Little Garlic Jr. actually. We should. Cyberman as well, Bobbity maybe. Like those are opponents that the giants are gonna have a little bit of trouble going up against. And then we've got androids. I think, yeah, this is the last one right here. Androids are always very interesting in these Dragon Ball games. As we know, the first thing we know for androids is they cannot charge their ki. It is with the actions that you do in battle, you are going to be able to get ki with them. Like if you hit your opponent, ki bar is going to start like going up progressively. Androids are artificial humans that do not necessarily possess ki. In fact, they cannot charge their ki bar unless their energy reaches the maximum levels. Yeah, so what they call it here is sparking mode, I think. But if you go full power with androids, you will be able to actually like to get full power, you're going to have to start charging up with androids. So whenever your ki bar is full, you are going to be able to start charging to get sparking mode. Their ki gauge will charge automatically over time or through melee attacks, and it will stop charging once it reaches its maximum. To incorporate this into your strategy, continuously strike with rush combos. I mean, they're just giving us a little bit of a tutorial right here, giving your opponent no chance to charge his ki. Some androids even have the ability to absorb ki blast and certain blast attacks during super perception, which will charge their gauge much faster. So someone is going to be Android 19, as we can see right here. He is getting hit by Goku's ki blast. He is absorbing them, and as you can see, his ki is going up as well, which is a very cool little mechanic. Of course, I mean, androids are a little more strategizing characters that you want to use in this game. You're gonna have to like go for power drains. You're gonna have to go for ki blast absorption if you want to have the ki to actually fight your opponents. Anyway, unique looks right here. This is gonna be an interesting little category right here, topic of discussion. We've got characters with unique looks and distinctions in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The game faithfully reproduces some features of the series, whether it's accessories, abilities, cosmetics that may or may not affect character's gameplay. This is interesting. The one thing that I know is characters with a scouter are able to lock onto your enemy way faster than someone without a scouter. I don't remember if you can actually lock off an enemy if you have a scouter, but we'll see. They're probably gonna mention that a little later right here. So, sword! You can enjoy multiple ways and fighting styles in Sparking Zero, as swords fighting is one of them. Iconic swordsmen from the series will use their swords in a lot of combos, rush and blasts, to faithfully recreate their famous moves. There are also characters who use a sword to launch energy blasts that pierce through guards with a smash energy blast. What a smash energy blast is when you hold down your triangle and then you let go, and it's going to be like a massive ki blast that is going to your enemy. Some sword users, what I remember is Deborah, Janemba is one of them, Yajirobe is one of them as well, who on these smash energy blasts are actually going to break your guard. Like, you cannot, they are unblockable ki blasts basically, which is a very cool little thing. So I'm guessing Trunks can actually do that as well. I don't really use sword Trunks too much, even on BT3, so I don't remember if he can do that, but if he can, definitely let me know. Very, very cool stuff, of course. Super aura right here. This sounds like something someone on Twitter would say, bro. Super aura. The super aura is crazy. Alright, anyway, some characters such as the strongest form in Dragon Ball Super. Wait, the strongest form in Dragon Ball Super, do they mean MUI? I think they mean MUI, right? Anyway, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero have their aura being always on. I don't know what this means, but we did see like customizable auras, so I don't know if that's gonna be something that incorporates, like, some of these characters are gonna have like their buffs immediately without having their aura on because they're already gonna have their aura on or something like that. It's a little confusing. I don't know what they mean. Their power is overflowing, which results in stunning visual expression of their ki. Is this just a visual thing, or I'm guessing this is just a visual thing. I don't think this is gonna give them like extra stats or anything like that. From the way they've said it right here, I do think this is probably just gonna be a visual thing. Like, if you're in Super Saiyan Blue or if you're in MUI, you're just gonna have your aura up like at all times, right? You don't have to actually charge to actually show the aura of the transformation. It's just gonna be there immediately, basically. The Scouter! This is something we really want to see right here. The Scouter is an iconic item from the Dragon Ball series. In the game, you can select characters, mostly from the Frieza Force, and equip them the Scouter as an accessory, which will grant a boost of search radius when equipped, depending on the quality of the Scouter equipped. Okay, so we know they're probably gonna be like DBS Scouters, like the one they use on, like the one the new Frieza Force uses. There's probably the older Scouters that like Z Bardock used, and then there's probably like the newer Scouters of Z, which like Frieza used or Dodoria used or stuff like that. So I'm guessing it's gonna be those three Scouters that you can actually use. With these precious accessory, the players will be able to avoid losing track of their opponent for too long. Okay, for a moment there, I thought they just couldn't lose track of you at all, but it's just for too long, right? It's going to be a way faster time of actually locking into your enemy if you have a Scouter up. Note that damage taken during the battle could result in the destruction of the Scouter. That is very nice. And when the Scouter is destroyed, it becomes difficult to locate the opponent if they are lost from sight. So you're gonna lose the Scouter buff whenever the Scouter is off. Very cool, very nice attention to detail. Love to see that. Very, very nice. Ground characters. Wait, why is Roshi doing the Naruto run, bro? Nah, that's crazy. Why is my boy doing the Naruto run? Anyway, like in the Dragon Ball series, some characters cannot fly. Once they jump, they will slowly fall back to the ground, as they cannot remain in the air for a long time compared to flying characters. I mean, Roshi's gonna be one of them. I'm guessing Kid Goku is gonna be one of them as well. Yajirobe, maybe? I don't know who else could be, because I'm pretty sure we don't have too many OG Dragon Ball characters, and those were most of the characters that always kept falling down. So it's probably just gonna be like 3 characters who are actual ground characters. Oh, Mr. Satan as well. I forgot about Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan as well. They are the only ones that are able to run on the ground, so take advantage of their skills and try to get the fight to take place on the ground. That is interesting, but I don't know if my opponent, who can fly, is going to let me do all of this. He can just knock me back and everything. But you know what? Hey, we're gonna see whenever the game actually comes out. You know, I feel like ground characters are probably gonna be a little... something you don't really want to use too much, but we'll see, you never know, So, special maneuvers, this is gonna be the last topic we'll look at right here. Just a couple of cool stuff like transformations, fusions, super perception, I think they're gonna talk about as well, but we're gonna see right here, you can perform several maneuvers that do not fall under the combo category or the blast attack category. These gameplay features are numerous and range from transformation to quick time event sequences. Okay, let's have a look at them, and they will bring spotlight on the characters during the fights. Okay, so So transformation, as we can see right here, it is different from BT3. It's not just the R3 stick anymore. You don't just press that now. Select the desired transformation and press up arrow to display transformation panel. Then select with square or triangle or X or Y with like Xbox. X or circle with PlayStation controller right here. So it's basically just the whole thing, right? It's just all 4 buttons you can actually do if a character has 4 transformations, which is basically just Goku. Goku just has way more than 4 transformations, but we're gonna see. I'm guessing you can like maybe equip the transformations, or I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. While using skill counts, once transformed, the statistics of the characters will improve. I mean, of course, you already know if you go from base Goten to Super Saiyan Goten, you're gonna get a little bit of a stat boost. I don't remember if you get like key recharge boost or something like that, but I'm guessing that's gonna be something that some of the characters have. Fusion as well, we see Goten here again, and this is gonna be the same thing. Can only be used when 2 characters who can fuse are in your team. Fuse it to the characters shown on the fusion panel by pressing up arrow plus L1 or R1. I'm guessing you're gonna be able to like change that at some point. I don't know, we'll see. Then select with like a square, triangle, X, or circle. Basically the same thing as the transformation. You just have to press L1 as well to actually like go into the fusion page, as you can see right there on your screen. Once fused, both characters will disappear from your team member screen, which makes sense, and be replaced by a single fused characters, and they cannot go back to normal. So once you fuse, you lose 2 characters in exchange of 1. So that is something like a strategic thing that you can definitely like think about or something like that. And I'm pretty sure fusions as well do give you more HP. So like if you're kind of lacking on HP and you fuse, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have like 4 bars of HP or something like that. I mean, at least that's how it worked in BT3. But anyway, we go back to switch right here. Another mechanic which was present in BT3, but I think this time around you can actually switch into like combos and everything, right? Like that. Switch is possible once the change icon is lightened. Press left arrow to display the switch panel, then choose the character you want to switch with any of the actual buttons in the controller, any of the 4 buttons, of course, on the right side of your controller. This mechanic can lead to other gameplay features such as chase change, which I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Like if you actually knock back an enemy and you start chasing them, you can switch and the other character will start chasing that enemy as well, I'm pretty sure. Switch while attacking to let your switching character continue the assault. Yeah, there you go. Use this tactic to smoothly switch out team members while keeping up your attacks. First thing that comes to mind from this is like Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 and connections, where you could actually do this, like keep up combos by switching into your like Naruto or Sasuke or whoever you're using. Very cool stuff. Sparking mode. Sparking mode is what full power is. To enter sparking mode, you must charge your ki gauge to its maximum, and even further, you will need to spend 1 skill count to reach sparking mode. So that's just the normal stuff, the way full power worked in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Sparking mode not only enables your abilities, but also offers a variety of other benefits, such as allowing you to shoot ki blasts without consuming ki, use moves such as Violent Rush. While in sparking mode, you can perform continuous rush attacks until your gauge run out, resulting in an uninterrupted barrage of melee attacks. So that's just basically the infinite combos that you can actually use whenever you are on sparking mode / full power. You can also perform Hyper Smash, inevitably break guards of your opponent, or super movement, as it consumes some of your sparking gauge and allows you to vanish and move instantly. Super movement, I'm pretty sure it is where you spam your circle button and your character just keeps on vanishing everywhere, you know. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And your heavy attacks are going to be able to very easily break guard when you're on full power. You probably won't have to hold it down until the end, right? And now we've got emotes. I mean, emotes have always been in the game, taunts or whatever you want to call them. You can perform the emote displayed in the emote panel by pressing right arrow and assign to a character prior to the fight. Perform the emote with your favorite characters to take cool stances. I mean, that's just a little bit of like a fun little thing, maybe a little bit of trash talking. You know how it is. You're just beating the shit out of your opponent. You want to disrespect them a little bit. You start emoting on them and everything while they have lost their stamina or whatever. Very toxic, but part of the game. Of course, you can't do too much about that. So we've got quick time events right here. Speed Impact is gonna be the first one. A Speed Impact sees the 2 fighters clash and trade a series of blows. Perform a Speed Impact by clashing with your opponent using a Dragon Dash, which is R2 and X. basically on PlayStation 4. It is just the dash. So when both of you guys actually dash into each other, you are going to be able to do this right here, which is you're gonna boost your thing and then you're just gonna spin your controller and maybe break your controller, because I broke a lot of controllers of mine doing this. But that's basically what you're gonna be able to do. That's the spin impact right there. The loser will be sent flying, concluding the encounter, and you can definitely combo off of this with like a blast 1 or blast 2 or even an ultimate, of course. Power impact, this is something new. The speed impact was something that we already had in the game. Power impact is very interesting. As you can see on the video right there on the screen, happens once the two characters perform a throw. So if both of you guys are throwing at the same time, like you're grabbing at the same time, you are gonna be on a power impact, which is right there, that thing. That looks so fucking cool, by the way. Impact action is centered around comparing strength by holding corresponding buttons. During the clash, a gauge will be displayed. You must adjust your inputs in order to not exceed the needle. The winner is determined by whose gauge is the closest to the needle, and when the power impact ends, as you can see on the screen right there, the loser is going to be heavy attack right there. There you go. Crash impact. This is I'm guessing from what I'm looking at, is this gonna be like whenever... Oh, wait. Crash impact is triggered when both characters use a step at the same time. Oh, that is interesting. So this is gonna happen quite a bit, actually, because usually on close combat like this, you would use a step or something like that to like kind of mix up your opponent. But this is gonna happen quite a bit if both of the players are trying to do that tactic. So once the crash impact begins, the two sides will be randomly assigned the roles of attacker and defender. The inputs shown for the attacker and the defender are different, so the players must follow the directions on the screen. If the attacker wins the exchange, the defender will take damage. If the defender wins, they will protect themselves. Okay, kind of a little bit of an RNG going on right there. I don't know how most of people are gonna feel about that, but to me it doesn't really matter too much. A maximum of 3 exchanges will take place. The first player to win 2 exchanges will knock back the other player. So even if you're defending, you're not gonna do damage, but you're still gonna knock back your enemy, which is going to help you out with like keeping up with a combo and everything. And I think this is the last one right here, the blast impact. I mean, we already know this is the beam clash, and this is going to be the same as Infinite World, I'm pretty sure, where both the beam clashes and you have to hit as high as possible on the actual meter thing. And if you hit higher than your opponent, you are actually going to be able to actually win the key blast impact right here. It occurs upon the collision of 2 ranged blast attacks. When a blast impact begins, a meter will be displayed on screen and a gauge on the right side will begin increasing. Pressing will convert the gauge into your energy for your blast, affecting whose blast comes out on top. In addition to single button presses, you can increase your power through rapidly tapping the button as well. The winner will deal tremendous damage to his opponent. I mean, so apparently you can do rapid tapping as well, other than like this slow tapping of trying to get the highest amount as well. I think you can probably do that, but that is very, very cool stuff right here. As you've already seen, they did give us a little bit of insight into game mechanics, what you can do with some of the characters, and what some of the characters are going to be looking like with their unique looks, unique abilities, and of course the type of characters that we did get and that we are going to get in the game. I honestly cannot wait for this game, man. I am going to be streaming this game like I don't even know how much hours every single day, playing ranked, playing story mode, playing with you guys as well. So if you want to see that, go down there, leave a like, subscribe to be part of the channel and support the channel. I'm gonna go train even more for Sparking Zero because I don't want to get my ass beat from you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.